Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful Friday almost. Spring is going to be here soon. Daylight savings is tomorrow. It's almost spring and it's wonderful. And one of the people I'd say has probably been one of my dear best friends, God knows how many years. Well, since she first started, actually, where I met her, is Beth Gruitch of, well, we're talking Bistro Vendome again, but of Crafted Concepts. Good morning, Beth, my love. And now everybody thinks you're the girl in the hat.
The girl in the hat. That's okay. I'm all right with that. Got a little
Well,
hat collection going on. But good morning, everyone.
and the most beautiful girl anyway. Do you want to start with a little background of you so people know more about you?
Sure. I met Pat actually when I was the general manager at Pinzano's,
Right.
99. So we have been friends for a while, which is great. Jen and I, my business partner, Jen Jasinski, met at Pinzano, and we ran that restaurant for a while in that operation, and decided that it was time for us to do our own. And so we opened up Rioja, which has been 18 and a half years, which is absolutely crazy how time flies. Now I understand how people with kids are like, where does the time go? I agree with that. And we also have Bistro Vendome. It's recently relocated, and we'll get to more of that later. And then we have Ultrea and Stoic and Genuine, which are down in Union Station. So we have the 4 restaurants, and we had Euclid Hall, but that's been put on the back burner for a little while, and you never know when it might come back around. So,
oh, I didn't realize that you still even have it.
you know, we kept the name, we kept a few things just in case we find the perfect location for it.
Well, it was great fun in its day.
Most definitely, most definitely.
Which is the story of the world. And 2 women in business, great. And you have, well, you're friend of the house, wine. I think you're everything, actually. And
you know, it's evolved into a little bit of everything, which has been really, really great.
And you've done an incredible job. Okay, Bistro Vendome. Let's talk.
Yeah, so you know, the lease came up. There's a lot of changes on Larimer Square right now. We've got new ownership, you know, in the last couple of years, and they've got a lot of things to do with those buildings. They're, you know, old, and it's time for them to get the infrastructure re-looked at and adjusted, and a little not necessarily a facelift, because they're not going to change the look of Larimer Square, but all the infrastructure will be addressed. So we lost our lease, which, you know, at the time was devastating, but now we look back on it and I'm thinking, you know, why didn't we get to a neighborhood sooner? So basically January,
because it took 1st, a while to find the right neighborhood in the right place,
you know,
which you did.
You know, it did. It really, truly did. We started looking about, well, really last June, and in August we came to an agreement with the table space, and it just seemed like a win-win for everybody. The owners of tables, who were lovely people, Amy and
they're
Justin,
very good friends. Yes,
they're incredible, and they have been such a help through this whole process. And have become great friends of ours, which is wonderful.
P.S. As an aside, they're also huge fans and adore you, but they are thrilled with what you've done. So go on.
Well, you know, it's a touchy subject because this was their baby,
them, right? But they are so thrilled with you. It's really fun to see that reaction.
Oh, well, that's great. I truly believe that's the win-win situation.
Right.
They're doing their thing, we're doing our thing, and I loved this space when it was tables. It's out of my neighborhood, so I didn't get here as often as I should have. But this Park Hill neighborhood is incredible. So we moved. We closed our doors downtown, and it's been a wild couple of weeks, wild couple of months since we got this move. And, you know, we did it in 6 weeks, which was, I think, incredible. We did some paint and we did a little bit of work inside.
Oh,
And,
now, whoa. If we're talking about Bistro Vendome as it is, you have made a world of, if you went to tables, you would walk in and you would know it was tables, but nothing other than the fact that you sort of see a couple of things that were familiar. You have done a fabulous job of making this Bistro Vendome not tables, which is what it should be. Now, tell us about it now.
So, we went with some cool, like, blue tones, which we thought was really fun. We've got this amazing wallpaper that is just fun and kind of tributes to, it's called Lady Bird. And I think that's one of my favorite pieces in this restaurant. I think it is so cool.
It is.
I really actually want to do an accent wall in my own house with this. But, and, we just kind of went with it. It's got a little bit of a retro feel. And there's a few things from the old bistro that we brought over, like the mirrors and things like that. And we wanted to reuse and repurpose anything that we could, but really giving it a fresh, very different look. There's no more faux yellow walls, but we did keep our wood furniture, and we kept plates and glassware and things that we could certainly repurpose and use. And we acquired the things from Amy and Justin and tables that we incorporated into the system. And the kitchen, we did a couple little things in the kitchen, but really not a lot. And that's
but you move. The bar is now a focal point.
The bar is definitely a focal point. And I think that I love the slab that we picked out. And
I adore your bar.
Just cool tones and a cool wine wall. And we've got a few things to finish, but it's coming. We'll have a nice little, the vestibule, like, which around, so wintertime, we don't freeze everybody out when we open up the doors. And then a back bar from a functionality. We absolutely need a back bar to kind of really display the spirits and things that we're serving. So those
and
are
you
coming.
You even changed the floor with that.
We did a little paint on it. We just wanted to change it just enough. We were on a budget, so we wanted to be respectful of that as well. And so we worked with the best we could, and we had a great contractor and a great designer that just really did us right.
It is fabulous. How about the food?
The food is, I think it's awesome. So our chef, Jeremy, he is just a gem of a person. And I really love working with him. We wanted to change up a couple of things and see how it went. And that's pretty, it certainly is a not so safe way to go. We could have just used our menu, but we wanted to change it up a little bit. So you're going to see some classics on the menu, like a coq au vin. And it's meant to kind of be a shared type thing that you get some sides with. But we also have individual entrees as well. The trout on the menu has always been a favorite and still is a favorite. And we've also got a pot au fouet and a souffle that is amazing and gluten-free for all of you gluten-free people out there. The steak tartare is a little different than what we had before, but I think the flavors are delicious, and I like it being served with a potato chip, because by the time I get to my mussels and frites and all the bread and butter, I kind of want something a little bit different as a vehicle for that. So I think that's
you're exciting. You're even making your own bread now.
We are. Our pastry chef, Erica Flores, is amazing and just a sweetheart to work with. She's making all the baguettes, which is a very big job. I think she's trying to figure out how to keep up. And then we have, all the pastries and things she's making, which are incredible.
Well, everything I ate was fantastic. And as I said, you opened like boom. It was Valentine's Day, and then it was restaurant week, which you have to be doing it right to even have the staff be able to handle all this in a new space.
It wasn't planned that way. I tend to think of myself as a sane person, but we got a little behind on the floors and a couple of things that prohibited us to really having that week buffer before the weekend of before Valentine's Day. So literally we did our a couple practice services, and we were late getting into the space from a front of the house standpoint. I like to have a little bit more practice.
Don't tell anybody. Nobody knows.
I know. Well, it's been a fast and furious couple of weeks. I'm telling you, that weekend was, hold on, it was like a bucking bronco. And then we went right into Valentine's Day and then right into restaurant week. So I don't think we've come up for air since.
I believe that. Now, at restaurant we go in, like today, tomorrow, whatever day. And then you will have the same outdoor facilities with the porch and everything.
Oh yeah, we've got a beautiful patio. We need to get staffed for it. So, but
well, it's not exactly warm out yet, so it's okay.
Right, exactly. And I think it'll be, I think spring is here, and, a diehard patio fan like myself, we tend to a little chill. But it's great. And, the patio is different. And I think that's one thing that, the space is different, the patio is different, but it's still going to be quite charming.
Yeah. It's a neighborhood patio. Yeah, now the big tent is still there. I don't know whether you plan on using it.
Nope, we actually got rid of it. The tent is gone. We decided as a whole that we wanted COVID to be done, and really the amount of people that wanted to sit in the tent, it was out of necessity. And so we hope that we hope that people understand that, and we'll see them inside or outside on the patio.
Frankly, I was never a tent person, so it's okay. I always felt even during COVID, I was more closed in the tent than I was someplace else. But
I agree with that.
I just can't tell you how impressed I was personally. The feel of family and friendly, just like it should be on that block, is there. And we all love that block forever. And you're not an intruder. To me, you're just part of the family there again. That, you changed the face, but still lovable.
This is such an incredible block. I mean, the barber next store is just unbelievably, the charismatic energy from just the barbershop is amazing. And then all of the kids running around between karate and dance class. And then Lucina and neighbors have been just amazing supports. The liquor store across the street. And this is such an amazing little street. And the neighborhood we have people that walk here and bike here and just are so excited for us that
it has always been that way. I bet you 20 years ago, as Tables was getting ready to open, but even before, it was just a great hood to go to.
Yeah. I remember coming here. I remember coming here when Tables was a sandwich shop.
And that's right.
This street is unbelievable, and thinking I should move over here, but didn't. Now I'm like,
now you can't afford it.
I know. Trust me.
Totally out of the price range.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a minute. It is. I'm just trying to think. That was 13, 14 years ago when it was just the sandwich shop. Yeah, and they had just opened it, and it was your part that's the room past the kitchen now. And that's all it was. And now look what you've done. And now you can have, we should tell people, well, you have fabulous wine, liquor, and all the cocktails.
Oh, but absolutely.
You also have private facility if people want it.
We do. So we have a private room that, seats probably about 20. We did a really cool Laws whiskey tasting in there to kind of kick off our opening, which was great, with Al and his whole team. And then there's another room that's a little bit larger that we plan to do movie nights, our Monday movie nights.
Oh, okay.
We're still trying to figure all of that out yet. So it will be coming. I know a lot of people have been asking about movie nights and happy hours. So those two things are we need to get something organized first. But those are coming, and we'll do movie nights, and it's dinner and a movie, and it's super fun. Like whether it's like Julia and Julia, and then the food is centered around the beef bourguignon, and it just makes me feel good to kind of do something a little different.
It is fun. And happy hour 15 years ago, nobody thought about. And I guess that's now everybody's first question. You will continue brunch, though.
We will. We are doing brunch now. We are working a few bugs out, but the brunch menu is just, it's awesome.
Well, you always had the best brunch.
I think so. I'm a little partial, but I think
I hope so.
Really yeah.
If
really
not,
great letting them. Yeah, exactly. If not, I better change it, right, Gabby?
Yeah, you've always, but it's just wonderful to see what you've done. Now, what you have planned coming up is more brunch, not lunch, happy hour, patio. What else have you got planned?
We need to, once we get all of those figured out, because there's a lot of moving components, and granted, our kitchen is double the size that it used to be. It's still having a hard time catching up,
Well, because you're mobbed every night.
Exactly. You just have no downtime. So, we're working on that. I would love to see lunch, but it's further down the road.
It's not.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you're not normally open on Sunday, right?
We are open 7 days a week and 2 brunches.
No way. I did not know
Sunday
that.
and Monday. So a lot of people are really happy to see that. And we open at 4:00 every day, which I really like, because I personally like to do a little bit earlier dinner these days.
Me too.
And and it's kind of nice.
I can relax, drink early because it's 5:00 someplace. Yep. And just enjoy the light in the day. I did not know the 7 days, because I was going to say, are you going to be open like Mother's Day and Easter and holidays?
Oh yeah, we will definitely be open. There's really the only days that we close are Thanksgiving for sure, Christmas Day. Depends on New Year's Day if it's a weekend or that sort of thing. And it depends on 4th of July as well. We may we're gonna have to kind of feel out the neighborhood and see, because that's such a family orientated holiday. And we want our staff to be able to
you just made my week, because when I'm not being funny, do you ever try to find a place to go on Sunday or Monday night? I mean, it's ridiculous.
It is. We've always been open on those days. All of our restaurants are 7 days, and it's worked really well for us. And staffing is a big thing right now, and we've been fortunate to have the staff to be able to be open on those days.
Good. Well, you must treat them well.
Well, we're very fortunate.
Well, they're fortunate to have you. Okay, is there anything we haven't talked about?
Well, with not with Bistro. I think we covered Bistro pretty well. We have a couple things coming up. That at the other restaurants, which I think are super fun. Rioja's continuing to do the wine dinner series, which is the 3rd Wednesday of the month, and we mix it up. And next one is actually next week, and we're just kind of featuring the East Coast kind of food genre, and then the one after that is Fruit of Mars. So we're kind of mixing it up a little bit and pairing it up with some Spanish, some coastal wines. It's really fun for the kitchen to kind of do something different, and kind of explore some different food. And then the wines, of course, are always fun and a pairing, and we've done some cool stuff with that. At Stoic, we're going to continue our School of Fish, which is kind of our little cooking demo that we do on Saturday mornings from 10 to 2. 10 to noon. Sometimes they stay till 2, trust me. And those can all be found on Talk, where it's kind of ticketed event. And then we're also doing a counterculture, which if you want to know about oysters are, either people love them, or they've never had them, or they're scared of them, or they just don't understand them, period. We do
them.
what's that?
I love
you
them.
don't love them. You do love them. Oh, I love it
Oh,
too.
are you
Oh,
kidding?
it's so delicious. Yeah. But we're doing an oyster class, and it's March 26th from 5 to 7. And our general manager, Aaron Kimball, this man knows more about oysters
Where
than
is this?
It's at Stoic and Genuine. So
Okay.
right in Union Station.
Okay.
He is incredible with his knowledge. And he tastes through some different ones. So you really get to know the nuances of East Coast, West Coast, and the different kinds of different breeds. And it's really, really cool.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it's super fun. And then last but not least, Ultrea does a gin class, kind of a gin training. And
Well, it was always featured you.
Oh yeah, I think we probably have over 60 gins right now.
Yeah,
that we offer.
I remember we did.
And so we've paired up and kind of a little education on it so that people can learn more about it, and again about those nuances and the flavor profiles and all of that really cool stuff that I think is fascinating. Because
it sounds to me like you're very busy. And where do they go to get all that information first?
Well, they can certainly look at our website, but Talk is our ticketing partner for all of this. So TOCK, and just type in Rioja, type in Bistro, all of that stuff. That's where our movie nights will be. And then if they're interested, they can always email us, managers at bistrovendome.com, and we can get them on the mailing list as well.
Oh, great. Now, I wish you were having a movie night to show all the Academy Award program. That would be fun too. Wouldn't that be a fun dinner? Fun. Okay.
It would be fun.
Hours, phone number, all that stuff. It would be super fun.
Oh, I think it'd be fun, and get dressed up, and
I'll wear my beautiful costume.
There you go.
Be the Woman King or something. It ain't gonna work, but I would adore to come. I'm the movie fan. Give the details of the bistro. Hours.
Awesome. So we're at 2267 Kearney Street, 23rd and Kearney, and we are open 7 days a week. Sunday through Thursday, we're open from 4 to 9 p.m. and on the weekends till 10 p.m. and brunch is served from 9 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday until our last reservation at 1:45.
Okay. Do you want to give a phone number?
Oh, yes. 303-825-3232. And we're at bistrovendome.com. And our website has a ton of information on it. Menus are current. Yeah.
And if anybody wants, they will certainly get to see the prettiest girl in town. Not on this end, that end. But I hope everybody who's watching will like and subscribe to the Gab, Gabb, on YouTube. You'll see this there, Facebook, Instagram. And I'll see you all at Bistro Vendome very soon. Have a great weekend. Much love.
Thanks, Gabby. Have a good one.
You too, sweetie. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.